right, the market is about to close on Tuesday, the 25th. Let's quickly just talk about the alerts, talk about some changes that are going on here, and now show you the indicator live. Our members watch it live. They don't have it in their computers yet. It's still not completely ready, but they are able to watch it live from early in the morning until pretty much now when the market closes. So the Nasdaq was a short at 12,991, where I'm here. So last night, the 24th, the alerts always come out in the evening between 6 and 8 or sometimes 6 and 9 p.m. So 973 was a short right over here. And you can see where we're trading now, close to 800. The S&P was a short at 41.45 over here, as you can see here. And we are below 4,100, so just really big moves. Oil was a short at 77.81, I believe it was. 77.81. And it hit the low of 76.60, so over $1 available there. And of course, do not expect anyone to catch full moves in anything. The point is, you decide how much you want to make. It's part of your business plan, whatever your business plan is, and you trade accordingly. Now, before we go to the indicator, just an announcement. I have a business opportunity that has to do with trading, which will keep me away from the live room. So definitely for the summer, there will not be a live room where I make commentary. There will be a live room with the indicator where you're going to be seeing the indicator. I'll show you that in a minute. But because there will not be a live room, definitely for the summer, for the duration of the summer, the monthly subscription price is going down to $55 a month. So $55 a month, you get these alerts and the indicator streamed to you on Zoom throughout the trading session. And actually, I'm going to start before the trading session. When I can make any kind of commentary, I will, but I really cannot commit because I will be overseas for a good portion of the time, and I'm going to have a pretty crazy schedule. So that's that. So great opportunity for those of you who maybe wanted to join, and before the price was a bit high. Now it's $55 a month, and whoever joins, even when the room comes back at some point, and the price will go up to 100, whoever joins obviously is grandfathered in, and the price will not change. So anyway, let's take a look at the indicator. So this indicator, which I don't even have a name for it yet, it is basically designed to be same logic as these alerts. Basically, the alerts are on daily level. These are daily levels. What the indicator is going to do when it's completely done, it's still not where I want it to be, but basically what it does is it identifies areas, just like the alerts, that affect price, that pull price toward them throughout the day. So for example, that was very impressive, in the S&P, the indicator went short last night, slightly after 8 p.m. Eastern, right over here, around 41.54. It does not repaint. There are over 20 people who watch this, and they would have something to say if it repainted. It does not repaint. So it stayed short from 54. Even though there were minor rallies and everything, it stayed short. What it was doing is it identifies levels, and it only identified levels that were pulling price down. So some levels that I mentioned in the room were 41.38, 41.31, 41.24, and 41.12. Now the indicator stayed short pretty much until almost the session was over. At 2 o'clock, finally, after being short from 8 p.m. at 41.54, it went long at 41.01. So that was impressive. And that was, I mean, the improvements when the first, the first product I got of this indicator was just terrible. Second was not too much better. I got a fourth one about a week and a half ago, and that showed some promise. This is the fifth attempt. So the programmers, based on my feedback, they keep on fixing things. So eventually, I wanted to. I mean, I don't think it can replace me, for example. That would be asking a bit much. But I do think it can get to the point where it has a fairly high win percentage and it can catch big moves as long as big moves exist, right? And we've been in a very range bound market in both the S&P and the Nasdaq. From this, I mean, this from this 4101, there was this high of 4107. But this is toward the end of the day now, you know. So still, I mean, I was very impressed that it was able to stay short and then finally, I mean, pretty much calling the bottom here at 4101. So very impressive on this market. It did not do quite so well on the Nasdaq. Let me bring the Nasdaq. So the Nasdaq early in the morning had a decent long. I mean, you know, again, if you're looking to scalp, it's fine. This short, and I was talking about it, whoever was in the room at this time, I did not like the short, even though, well, I mean, it did okay, I guess. I mean, again, gave you a scalp. Then it went all choppy as the market opened up. There was a false long. This short, and again, in the room, I was saying how I was very careful with shorts. I really believed that when the day started that we're going to see higher prices, not lower prices. However, the indicator kept saying short. So there was a short. There was a lot of heat on the short, but the indicator stays short because even though there is this move higher, it has a way of identifying if it's a false move. Not perfectly, as I said, it's still a work in progress, but it is able to do that. And then, so the short was decent, you know, from roughly like from like 985 down to 935. I mean, you know, this is a 50-point move. Then it went long and kind of sideways, so not a good signal. Even though I believed in a long side at first. Now I think by this point I became suspicious of the long side, but it just kind of went sideways, and then again a decent short. So on the short side in the Nasdaq, the indicator was doing fine, just fine. It had some longs that are very questionable. Then there was the short. Again, a decent short if you're looking for a scalp. Now, this is kind of toward the end of the day anyway, lunchtime, going toward the end of the day. So overall, much choppier and not as well played, let's say, on a Nasdaq as it did in S&P. So there's all the feedback I give to the programmers, and they just you see, the idea is it just gets fooled sometimes. Now, again, if you're looking for a scalp, that's fine. I mean, there's more than 5 points here for sure. But it just, the way it is right now, it does get fooled sometimes, thinking that, hate to use the word thinking, but maybe calculating that there is an area strong enough up above to pull price. Even though it does it for a while, the major move is still down. So the S&P was able to kind of handle throughout the day they moved down, and the Nasdaq was not able to. So these all the things to work on. So oil, right? So market opens again, a decent short, a nice short. I like it. A long that I'm not sure should have been signaling here. I understand what it was doing. It expected a retest of this, but this obviously long did not work out. Again, the short worked out nicely. Then came the long. Now this was a decent long, which fed into a decent short. Now, by the way, if you want to know, there is no moving average. This is not a moving average. This is not anything to do with value. All right, sorry about that. I had a phone call. Anyway, let's take a look at gold. So gold here was a long, followed by a short, followed by a long. Now, when this happens, when all of a sudden there are no more bullish candles, it's kind of like neutral. What the indicator is basically saying is that it's just not sure if the level underneath is stronger than the level above. And then the CONT just means continuation. So, in other words, the indicator confirms that indeed there is a level higher. It's going to be pulling the price up. So this is the continuation move over here. And then toward the end of the day, a sell that did not really work out. Well, I guess worked out for a quick scalp, maybe. And then a long into the end of the day. So as I said, this indicator is still work in progress, not ready yet. I'm hoping over the next few whatever weeks, months. I don't know. I don't know how long these programmers take to get everything right. I guess I have very high standards too, so I really wanted. I want it to work the way I think. So it should. Right now, it's not really doing a terrific job. It's doing an okay job, not a terrific job at truly identifying levels the way I wanted to. So this indicator is streaming for four markets: gold, oil, Nasdaq, and the S&P, for our subscribers to watch throughout the day. As I said, because there will not be, after this week, there will no longer be a live room where I make commentary and stuff. So I dropped the price to 55 a month, but now it's not for everyone because there will not be a lot of support. This service is not really for brand new traders or someone who needs a lot of support, because I mean these levels that I post every evening will give you an edge, but you still need to know how to trade. So, ideally, you are an experienced trader, you have your own methodology, your own setup, your own strategy, your own indicator, whatever you use, and you just want something just to give you an edge so you can use this as a filter to whatever you are using. You can use this as a direction, which is what I recommend. You use these levels as direction for trading, longs or shorts. You can combine this then with the indicator on a smaller time frame to kind of help you, again, just kind of find direction for the markets. But I would not be available as much. I still hope to do one-on-ones once in a while if someone needs support, but it will not be. I will not have as much time, definitely for the summer. So that's why I dropped the price. And if this is something you're interested in, I mean, I believe it could help anyone, even if you are doing well with whatever you are using. This would only improve it. Anyway, so that's it for this video, guys. Thank you.